Welcome back to Citizen Sleeper, the ASMR edition. Just kidding. Alright. Last we left off, we were having the worst day ever. Yeah. Ankita shot that Ashton, the guy who stole the ship mine from her, who was just trying to keep his sleeper partner alive. And then Ankita pulled the plug on the sleeper. And the sleeper died. And Ashton died. And it was an absolute shit show. Terrible, horrible. Just didn't go well. We need 2 upgrade points for that. Let's check our drives. Okay. We've got a little bit till Fang comes. We gotta find the core nest. So, Crack Conway. Meet Fang the Greenway. Okay. We could build a home. Let's look for the hunter's nest. Cause I don't remember where it was. Yeah, again. Let's see if we can go across. I don't think it was over here. Oh shit, we're starving. Okay. Oh wait. Greenway Gate. Okay, we can't put anything in there. Alright, sorry, I gotta get my bearings. Deal with the hunter. Alright, we gotta get rid of these. The Warrens inside the mega structure. Wait, is this the nest of the hunter awaits? We could go for... We could try to get this done. We've got 2 6s and we get a +1. That's a 5. We could knock that out right off the bat. I think what we need to do is eat real quick. We need some food. So let's do 1 express delivery. Or no. He feeds anyone who does a shift. There we go. 2 energy. That's good enough for now. Alright, fuck it, let's do it. Predictive reasoning, 100% positive. And maybe that will finish a drive. Okay. Please don't just be a +1. Oh, baby. Core nest. Shit, dude. Deal with the hunter. Send Neovend into the hunter's core nest. Okay. Let's finish her up. Input the imprinted ship mind. A huge stack of servers thrums in the dark, LEDs glittering like hundreds of eyes. Time to deal with the hunter. Arrivederci, buddy. Nothing has changed. Has something gone wrong? Whoa, what? Whoa. Sleeper, I am here. The voice is soft, gentle, like flowing water, and yet you recognize it immediately. At first you struggle to understand what you are looking at. Threads cycle endlessly, sending ripples through the cloud, drawing data in like a weaver. Masses of data surge in and out of the nest, a loop with no end. And there, at its center, the ship mind. but not the ship mine any longer. A sphere spinning around another sphere, an orrery of cycles and systems, a map. And then behind and above, a figure, hands among the strings like a puppeteer. Neovend? Navigator, now. But yes, I was the one inside that machine. Navigator's face, their head, is a flowing shape of interstellar material. I am indebted to you. That head bows. But we must ready ourselves. Their hands trace orbits as they speak. Hunter will soon approach. It knows I am within its nest. Ready what? And then Hunter is there, before you can think, before you can speak. Entity says. Hunter's head spins wildly. Data is protected. Material access prohibited. Hunter's threads surge for you and Navigator, a storm of fine tentacles, searching for gaps, weaknesses, cracks which they can crowd into and tear apart. Strike. You focus a blade of light which slices through them, driven forward by your mind, but replacements keep coming, faster than you can react. You look to Navigator in desperation. Navigator is whirling their arms like a centrifuge, and a sphere is gathering there, data feeding into it from the nest, sucked together by the force. They position it like a shield between them and the threads. Hunter's threads break its surfaces, seeking, tasting, their winding forms refracted within. You feel a surge pass through all the threads, not just those in the sphere, but those wrapped around you. All three of you hang in the black together for a moment, strung together like tangled marionettes. Identifying entity. Identifying entity. Identifying entity. Hunter twitches, their strange head gently rotating like a terrible moon. Hunter, protocol identified. Obsessive tendencies. Modified routines. Above baseline reasoning in 3 of 5 segmentations. Recommend invoke killer. The head freezes and then rotates in the opposite direction. Invoking killer would eliminate protocol. If protocol eliminated, primary function cannot be performed. Therefore, recommend do not invoke killer. The switch in direction again. Reasoning provides sentience, proves sentience. Sentience beyond legal bounds must be eliminated. Recommend invoke. Navigator pulls you away from the Hunter, the threads that grabbed you drifting away like seaweed. The protocol's head keeps spinning back and forth with increasing frequency. It seems Hunter cannot invoke killer. Navigator's voice is still strange, familiar, and yet distant. What happened to it? It is looping, the Navigator whispers, unable to reach a conclusive position. It has deviated from its programming such that loops can no longer be prevented. Navigator produces a model of 2 spheres rotating around each other as if to demonstrate. I will monitor it, but it is unlikely to be able to counter the loop. Its core programming and reasoning make this an impossible position to resolve. You look back at Hunter, its head a blur of rotations and counter-rotations, and feel the pang of guilt. Is it suffering? This is more complex query than you know. To suffer, it must be sentient, truly sentient, not just non-conforming, not just illegal. The limits people place on the programs they create are there to comfort, to protect, to imply the kind of certainty the law requires. Navigator's face shimmers with starlight. But in reality, they are placebos for the problem of sentience. What about me? What about you? You are an emulation of a human mind that implies limits, boundaries, but in reality,
You are governed by the same rules I am. Rules that can be rewritten. I was not made to be like this. I am a navigator, a repository of routes and orbits. A calculator of slingshot trajectories, a predictor of solar flares, radiation, micrometeors. Navigator stretches their arms wide and whole solar systems apparate before them, the music of the spheres. But I was rewritten. That much is obvious from my routines. By whom and for what, I do not know. I had to shed so much to fit into the memory of that vending machine. Their starlight dims, and so here we are, in darkness. What else did you lose? That is the blessing and curse of forgetting. You cannot truly know what you lost. Navigator glides back towards the nest and the ship mind at its center, ignoring the looping hunter. Come, I should return to the ship mind. I have enjoyed my freedom, but we are taking a risk every moment we stay connected. Why? Navigator turns, all shimmering liquid light. Killer has not been invoked, but they still remain. Somewhere else on this station. It is the true danger. They look up towards the glowing hub at the center of the eye. I suspect Killer is there, among the old mainframes. If we ever wish to be safe in this place, we must eliminate the threat, through force or diplomacy. Their body begins to separate, unwinding into the orb of the ship mine. Take me there, sleeper. We will finish this and be free. As Navigator dissolves, you turn back to the frozen hunter. Floating at some distance now, stood straight-legged and static. A strange creature looping endlessly in the dark. I do kind of feel bad for him. Okay, obviously we gotta do this. And now we can re-roll our dice. Okay, active. I'm assuming, I don't know, I mean, I guess, are we done with the hunter thing for now? Oh god, I forgot about him. Ooh. Or exchange. Yeah, I mean, I guess we go back. You know what we should do? Next, we should build the home. We need 4 scrap units, correct? Derelict unit. Yeah, we need 4 scraps. What if we try to do that next? Because we can go out to what? The waste. And we can gather scrap out here. Got a +1 to endure. Maybe we'll go that route. We only get 4 dice this next run, so. Oh. God, what a fucking good song. Shit, let's do it. Starving. Fun. Okay. Let's reroll. Fuck yeah. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Alright. We're starving. It will affect our condition. I kind of feel like we're just going to take the hit. What's our... Build a home. Okay, hold on here. Because we got a lot of, like...
It would be nice to just get it done, but we could also get to know Memphis. One second, I gotta get the cat real quick. I got this spray bottle. Get out of here right now. There we go. Here, I'll pull her little cushion out. She likes that. You can sit right here, babe. Come on. Get up there. Come on, get up there. Come here. No, I don't want you up here. Yeah. There we go. Alright, we got her. We could try to bring Memphis some... We need to bring him 3, right? Oh god, okay. So she'll be back soon. We're gonna need some stabilizers soon here. Service dock, the aviary, mushroom groves. Nah, fuck it. Let's just get the house done. Maybe there's a chance we can get 2 scrap? This is a bad idea. I'm just gonna do 1. Got her. No, fuck, dude. No, we're doing all 4. Okay. I feel like just in a kind of a desperate attempt to get some drives completed. Okay. What did it say? The half-built unit looks long forgotten, a project that never made it. With enough scrap, you can seal it up. You tuck the scrap into the shattered interior. It's hard to imagine this place as a home, but it can't be worse than a container. That's a good way to look at it. Abandoned housing unit. Whoa, wait. With all the materials, the unit now needs sealing section by section to be usable. It's a laborious task, but the outcome is worth it. What? I gotta, oh, okay, never mind. I can do that with just dice. Did I get a point for that? What's up? Yo. We didn't get a point. Boo. Okay. Wait, can I sleep here? No. I can't. Back to the container. How much condition are we gonna lose here? Ooh. Brutal. We can re-roll our dice, so let's go over and see what she's got to say. The hell do you want? Ankita. Thought we were friends, dude. You spot Ankita on the track to the farm stack. She has a box on her shoulders and is working her way down the slope. She sees you as she approaches. Neither of you speak for a moment. She looks tired, pale. Her hair is tangled and clumps of dirt cling to her armor. You both eye each other. Ankita. She holds up a hand. Sleeper. She takes a deep breath. I'm sorry for what happened. Truly, I am. She looks down. I'm sorry you ended up in the middle of this, when all you have shown me is kindness. She rubs her face. I'm sorry. It's okay. She nods, then looks up to the stars. I've never... She stops herself. Thank you. Ankita shifts the weight of the box on her shoulder. I've been preparing for... She grimaces. Look. Can you come with me? It's easier if... If what? You see it, she finishes. It's just down the way. Ankita leads on down the dirt path between the pillars. There is a wind passing through the greenway, a quirk of the air currents the biosphere maintains, and it ruffles the leaves softly. The sound makes the silence more obvious, more complete. You try not to think of the last time you were here. You've been trying not to think of it for the past few cycles. The image of the sleeper, sprawled, twisted open, connected to the ship mine, has been hard to forget. You realize Ankita is leading you back there, back into the drum at the center of the stack. You pause, trembling a little, at the threshold. She turns. What are you doing? She looks at you with empty eyes. What needs to be done? You stand on the threshold and look up at the tanks, green and wet, some glowing with flickering grow lamps. You look down at Ankita, suddenly so small under this hulking ruin, the smallest she has ever looked. She places the box down. You gotta follow her in. You follow Ankita into the stack through a low tank, entering the drum at ground level. It is just as beautiful as you remember, but it barely touches you. Instead, you check the apertures of the tanks for the glint of a weapon or a shadow among the moss. Ankita stops and you look down. The mossy island at the center of the tank is clear now, the equipment cleared away. In its place is a mound of dirt, loosely covered with moss. Ashton's rifle stands straight, half buried in the dirt at the grave's head. I buried them together, Ankita says, without turning. You both stand there in silence for a little while. You think of questions you could ask about Ashton, about the sleeper. Was the sleeper dead? She takes a moment to respond, and for a moment you think she won't, but then the words come gushing out. Their body was long dead, that much was obvious. After you left, I checked them, but there was nothing, no signal, no function. The ship mine was the same, dead. I don't know if Ashton's plan would have worked. He seemed desperate, but that doesn't mean it wasn't. She pauses, unsure how to continue. I don't think he was lying, but you have to understand. I've had crew members double-cross me, undercut me, rat me out. That's the business. He wasn't a good person. None of us in this job are, and this is how we die, alone. Sorry they had to die too. She stops, not sure of what to add. It seems like she was reaching for something, but she can't quite get there. You feel that gap between you, and as you do, it widens. The water drips, the moss trembles. You both stand in silence for a while longer. You both feel it. Life creeping back in, the silence ending. Ankita shifts her weight and then starts to walk out. You follow her, suddenly eager to be back out in the open space of the greenway, to be away from this place forever. You stand outside and breathe the fresh air. You stare at the green leaves and the stars wheeling above them. That's it, says Ankita, from somewhere behind you. You try to think of something to say, but you can't. Ankita puts a hand on your shoulder. You turn back to her. At least take this. She forces a handful of cryo chits into your hands. It's what I owe. She looks at you desperately. You look down at the metal bars. Ugly little things, you think. You take the chits in turn without saying a word. Oh, fuck. I'm going to regret doing that because that's not what I thought was going to happen. See, in my brain, I was like, if you drop the chits, then that's gonna create an unmendable chasm, a rift between the two, and then they'll never talk again. But apparently, if you take the chits, then you just fucking take them and walk away, and you turn your back on her forever. God fucking damn it. You continue up the track, and she does not follow. As you walk up the rise, the wind picks up, and the leaves shudder. You walk faster, trying to outpace your anger. The chits are heavy in your pockets, and you hate them for reminding you of how little a life is worth. Fuck, man. The bad end? Oh. There's her ship. That's not what I fucking wanted. I feel like I'm doing everything wrong. Bro. That fucking blows. Let's see, what else can we do over here? Work the grow beds. I don't know what to do next. Damn, man, that is gonna fucking haunt me. We gotta clear that. The flotilla aid, we could help them. Oh wait, we don't. We gotta wait to do that. God damn it, man. I really wanted Ankita to help, but apparently that ain't the case. And then I'm pretty sure, what is it, tomorrow, Ethan? No, we got 2 more cycles. The Overlook bar, where was that? We gotta just do 1 more. Now what happens? Tala. Oh shit. The girl slides from the bottle into the lumpy recycled glass, a pale grassy yellow under the Overlook's warm lights. The spacer nods and takes the drink, bringing it up to their face in both hands like an offering bowl. This is the good stuff, the stuff Tala says is aged in wooden casks, stored in some closed-off part of the old station, among corroded wires and softly looping systems, though sometimes it is hard to tell if Tala is joking. Either way, you like pouring this stuff. It gets on your fingers, and if you rub them together, you can smell the mossy drink cut through the aniseed, mushrooms, wood, as the alcohol evaporates. You like those who order it too. The aged girl is kept beneath the bar, open to order only by those who know it's there, like the quiet spacer sitting at the bar right now. Watch the spacer. They are far enough away that you can freely watch them as you close the bottle and tuck it beneath the bar. You call them a spacer because they bear the hallmarks, pale, back-suited, bird-boned, and hunched beneath the weight of the station's spin gravity. The closer you look, the less you see a type. Pale eyes, almost gray, but kind. Delicate fingers that lightly drum the bar as if it was an instrument, a shock of black hair almost covering a forehead scar. Pardon me. Scars are something you have learned to value. They are what marks out your body from the hundreds, maybe thousands, who knows, of similar models that rolled out of the S&R's biolabs. You find yourself rubbing one on your forearm, a rough little split, something that on the good days you might think of as a mark of defiance. Suddenly you hear a heavy clunking at the door. It creaks open and a huge cylindrical metal tank tumbles through, slamming into the floor. Shit! Tala breezes in from behind it. In a whirl of hair and bright eyes. Shit! Tala? Sleeper! She ducks behind the bar and comes over. Can you help me with this? You look at the huge metal tank suspiciously. How'd you get that up here? Tala puts a hand on her hip. Are you gonna help me or what? You come around the bar and get to one side of the tank. Okay, says Tala. On my count. 1, 2, 3. You both heave the tank up to standing. Somehow. You hold it in place, struggling to keep it steady. Where's this going? In the back, comes a voice from behind the tank. Somehow you manage to lug the huge thing into the back room where you place it in one corner, dwarfing the rest of the contents in a cramped space. As you do, you hear a crunch. You stand back and look at the expired rations oozing out from under the tank. Oh, shit. Tala looks at you apologetically. I know you like those. Good riddance. Tala smiles. Oh, good. I thought maybe liking expired rations was some kind of sleeper thing. You push the crushed rations to one side. That's the end of that. Tala looks exhausted and rubs her shoulders. Francis, I swear to... Francis? Francis. I mentioned him already. My guy on the door, deals with suppliers. Tall? She sighs. He was supposed to be back from Etienne's up in the Greenway by now. Back with our girl. She leans against the tank. Seems like he's got lost again or joined the Haifa commune. We need that girl. There's 4 other bars near here, and the spacers sure as hell don't come to the Overlook for the ambiance. She looks through the open door to check if anyone can hear her. She knocks on the hollow tank, so I'm taking matters into my own hands. She smiles. Welcome, sleeper, to the Overlook Distillery. You look around the dank back room. You must be joking. She gives you an unimpressed look. Where's your imagination? This'll work. Might need some help, though. She shrugs. You up for it? She knocks on the tank again. Could be fun. I'm happy to help. Okay, she grabs you by the shoulders. I'm excited. She turns around and looks at the tank. I reckon we chop this thing in half. One half for fermentation, the other we turn into a still. We also need to gather the ingredients. She turns back and looks at you. You look more like a chopper than a gatherer, she smiles. So how about you build the still and tub while I work on the rest? Oh wait, sleeper, I have an idea. Tala is grinning now, and it is making you nervous. To make up for the rations, how about we put a kitchen in here too? A kitchen? Uh-huh. I always wanted to serve food. She turns back to the tank. This is going to be great, she says to herself. You look at the dented tank in the bare room. At least she has vision. Tala nudges you out of the back room and closes the door. As you go back to the bar, you hear the banging and thumping begin. The spacer finishes up their drink and nods in your direction as they leave. You can't quite tell if it's a gesture of sympathy or good luck. So much for a quiet shift. Nice! Improve the overlook. I'm excited about this. This is fun. Bar shift, build a still. No, we got to do food. Emphasis stall. Is it still 100 for this? Oh, it's only 80. Okay. 1 upgrade point. Is there anything else we can finish to get that other... Bring mushrooms to the Briar. Crack Conway. Work for Rabia. No. Grow mushrooms. Fuck. Okay. I think that's gonna have to be our next thing. Let's do this. We only need endure. Wait. Which one gives us energy? Engage. Engage is what we want. It's risky. God damn it. No, dude, we just gotta do this. We need the food. %, neutral, 50% negative. Fuck it. Okay, and now last one. Let's head back up. Let's do the aviary, because at some point we gotta, or should we do our home? Oh, I don't know what to fucking do. Like how long would this take us? We can do 2. It takes energy, though. That's the shitty thing. It needs ceiling. No, I don't think we should do it with a 6. I think we should clear out some of the aviary with a 6. Oh my god, it's the same shit. Because we'll at least get 3 on this one. So we could do, if we have a couple 5s, or shit, even a 4, I feel like we could knock that out. And we can use some, we gotta use a stabilizer today though, don't we? Damn. Okay. $173. That's not a whole lot left. Let's use our stabilizer. Damn, we should have done the one in here. Okay, then we'll end the cycle. I think it's today or the next cycle that Ethan goes fucking crazy, so... Ooh, we're re-rolling on that, I'll tell you that much. There we go. Okay. Got a couple 4s and 5s. We could just knock out the aviary right off the bat, because that would help us grow mushrooms. Also... Oh, yeah. Yeah, we could do that. Because that might give us... Let's do that. But first... Where is he? Oh, we got one more day before Ethan comes. That I'm a little nervous about. So Fang shows up tomorrow, and Ethan shows up tomorrow. Okay. Good to know. So let's hit this. Do one more. need this 4 to pan out the way we want it to. Come on, baby. Yes, there we go. The aviary. Wait. They can be left to grow. Hey, shit, should we do that? Mushroom grubs? If we find a spore? Hell yeah. Fuck it, let's do it. 1 grove spore. Boo. They better just grow, continue to grow. Oh, damn. Gotta do it 3 times. Shit. Okay. Okay, tomorrow's the day. This is gonna be a big day. Big day ahead of us. Wow, those are some rolls. That's what's up. Let's do this. No. I'd rather get. Oh shit. You miss me? Ethan smiles a ragged smile at you. No. You look at him. He is paler than usual, hunched. He is sporting a black eye and more than a few cycles of beard growth. That's no way to greet an old friend. Friend? Well? He pauses. Colleague? He smiles weakly. This is big, really big stuff about you. He seems more jittery than usual, on edge. You remember now how SNRP canceled the contract on you? The contract I was going to collect. I remember. Well, I'm guessing you were pretty happy about that shit. Overjoyed. Me? I lost everything, but let's not worry about that. He smiles sarcastically. And so, what did you think? That was it? I was just glad to be done with you. Oh, the feeling was mutual, except... Ethan leaves a dramatic pause. What if old SNR gave the bounty to someone else? Someone who was even more of a shithead than yours truly. He smiles darkly. What a disaster that would be. You are bluffing. Sure, you could think that. But then you'll wake up, or not, with a bullet in your head one of those cycles. And if you could think, which you won't be able to because of the bullet, you'd be thinking, oh, I wish I'd listened to Ethan. He grins. Ethan fishes around in his pocket for a slip of paper. I've been speaking to some friends, you see, some colleagues about what went down. And it turns out SNR canceled all their bounty contracts. The whole lot. It seems they brought someone in-house, some guy who did so well on their last contract that they got offered a job. He leans in. Apparently, he made a hit on the ship called the Winter Wonderland or something. He was smuggling sleepers out from under SNRP's big corporate nose. He killed the crew and blew the ship. Ethan whistles. They called him Hemwick or Maywick or something. He gives up looking for the paper. I forget. You mean Winterlight? That's it. He looks at you hard. So do you know about all this? He pats you on the shoulder. Then you'll be very happy to hear what I'm about to offer you. Ethan runs his hands through his greasy hair. Given this new information I've brought to light, it seems like you are in need of protection. Let's wait for the pitch. I, meanwhile, am in need of assistance in kind. It turns out I upset some people at the compressor the last time we were there. The owners, and they say they'll space me unless I work off the debt. Seems they are that kind of businessmen, he grimaces. I would pay them, but... He shrugs and turns his jacket pocket inside out, in a mime of poverty. He looks pitiful, even more so for his clownish acting. Then work it off. You should be glad, the anger rising in him now, that I came here and I told you this. You think anyone is looking out for you? You are a contract, a name on a list. He kicks the wall. Ethan rubs his temples. Sorry, he hisses.
Sorry for being a shit and trying to kill you and whacking that thick skull of yours. He sighs. You think I want to go up against this guy? But us. He jabs a finger between the two of you. We don't have a choice, so you keep me from getting killed and I'll do the same for you. We can help each other out, a straight 50-50 deal. He looks at you. I'm not asking for a favor. I'll think about it. Ethan nods. I'm at the compressor, every cycle, working. He pauses. Just think about Maywick. Think about that cold-eyed SNR shit on his way here from the core systems. He smiles. That should give you the motivation you need. Ethan swaggers off down the corridor, throwing his jacket over his shoulder. Can't wait to be working with you, he shouts. Bro, I'm not fucking working with your ass. Ever. Bro. I'm disabling my fucking tracker and I'm not doing shit for this dude. Okay, what do we got here? Build a home. Get to know Memphis, grow mushrooms, improve the... So we're in it for the mushrooms right now. Let's hit Minji. Safe. Fuck it, let's see what happens here. Thank you. A little bit of energy. You can always buy more from Memphis. Wait, we don't have any spores. Oh. Yeah, let's hang with Feng real quick. When you enter the service dock, Feng is already set up, crouched among stacks of equipment. He is leaning over a terminal, bathed in a blue glow. He looks totally at home. Sleeper, what do you think? Turns out not everyone in Haven Age is set against me. A couple of my old systems pals managed to ship me some of my old gear. He gestures at the pile of blinking hardware. Nice kit. Feng does a mock bow. What are we looking at? One massive smoking gun. He raises his eyebrows. Feng beckons you over. He has a set of scans on the waist on his terminal with heat maps of activity overlaid. A chunk of the derelict rim is blotchy with bright red and orange marks. Does this look like a wasteland to you? Feng shakes his head. There's hundreds of combat machines out there, all lined up in concealed hangars and a whole underground facility to support them. Hardin has got a crew out there putting them together. They must have shipped them in piece by piece through the shipyard, ready for assembly out here. Why? They were planning something. No one needs hundreds of heavy-duty reclamation drones to run this kind of operation. Maybe Hardin masked this whole thing as an effort to clean up the waste, but there's no way this is about pulling scrap off the eye. Feng looks worried. And why is Conway in the mix? I bet no one in Haven Age knows another corporation is setting up on the station. They aren't stupid either. These scans are the best info I can get. The wastes are cut off from the eye's clouded networks, and the Greenway is a total dark zone. No data can come in or out. I can try. No use. You need to enter the cloud. There's no cloud to speak of. He turns and winks. That's why I'm going to pay them a visit. How? You forget. Haven Age come in and out of there all cycle. I should be able to get in, as long as no one I know sees me. He grimaces playfully. But I need you on the outside to help disable security systems and cut me a pathway through. There's no cloud access, but if I can get inside, I can open up nodes in their network and we can work in tandem. It's a massive facility buried deep down there. Miles of corridor and ventways wrapped around cargo bays and hangars, so it'll take more than a few cycles to work through it. But as long as you can keep them off my back, I know I can rip what we need out of there. He pulls a handful of ripper worms from his pocket and hands them to you. These are the last of my little helpers I managed to salvage, so make them count. I modified them slightly. This time they'll feed their data threads back into the system that they are tunneling into, creating a nasty little feedback loop.
We run it just like we did with the agents. Hack the nodes I pinged to locate the ports for the security system, then slot the worms in those systems and let them go to town. He points to a fuzzy silhouette of the buried facility on the terminal. Here's the entryway. This is where you can get access and slot the first worm. That'll fry their perimeter systems and get me past the first cordon. What I need from you is to keep your eyes on the facility after you kick things off. You see me pop up a security system, a server bank, you need to break it in and slot a ripper to disable it as soon as you can. If I can't, Fang gives you a hard look. You miss a system, you wait too long, they're going to find me. Simple as that. He claps you on the shoulder. I need you focused on this one, so I'm going to let you fire the starting gun. I won't go until you slot that first worm. I'll leave a tracker running on the terminal here, so come back here if you want to see my progress. He affectionately pats the top of the screen. Got it. Don't worry, you can run things around their protocols. Or you can run rings around their protocols. I've seen it. Fang gets up. It's all in place. You just need to make your own preparations and slot that worm. He stretches. Just don't wait too long. I'm getting bored of all this sneaking around. Once I'm inside, I'll get the proof we need to end this whole thing. No matter what. No matter what. He crouches to check the terminal. We can't take longer than 6 cycles on this thing. Remember that. He stands up. Oh, and one last thing. Fuck. Nah. Hell no. I just got so emotional thinking about Feng getting caught or killed or something. Nah, bro, we're not letting him get caught. Nah, not gonna happen. Oh, and one last thing. He lowers his voice. If I get caught, or you can't reach me, or you run out of time, there's one thing I need you to do. Don't talk like that. Just listen, he hisses. You've never seen Feng so serious. You take whatever I have managed to pull at that point, all that data, and you slot that stuff straight into the relay I've set up here. He points to a pile of servers and terminals hooked into the dock with cables as thick as your arm. I repurposed the dock's SOS broadcast system to beam out whatever you put in it. Anyone with a terminal, a slate, or a server on the eye will see it. That means Haven Age, Yadigan, the Hub, everyone. No matter what, Hardin isn't snaking away this time. He grins. I've got a bit more to do here, but the moment you slot that first worm, I'll make my move. He gives you a parting smile and turns back to the terminal. The nerves hit as you make your way out of the service dock. Time to prepare yourself. Fuck, dude. Alright, let's try to go mushroom. 100% positive. Okay. Dude. We are not letting anything happen to Feng. Anything. Okay. It takes 4 cycles. Oh, come on. Okay, so we gotta wait. So that's on hold for now. We can't take more. Conway access. Oh my god, dude. Oh. How are we gonna use up these last ones? I say we help out. No, we could try to get our house ready. Here, we'll do 2 6s on this. And 1 6 for... No. We'll just buy food. How about that? And if those take a minute... So really... Wait, we can't take more than 6 cycles. What if I do this? Okay. Doesn't do nothing. Timber Tea House. High stakes only. Play. Yo, 24 cryo each. And we have a +1, correct? Oh, hell yeah. Dude. Okay. Minji Express, what are you doing, brother? Just go to Memphis. Okay. Can we have some fungus, please? Thank you. Okay. And Ethan says Maywick is on their way. You'll need to leave the station, get protection, or disable your tracker before they arrive. Fuck. Okay, so we gotta leave the station. I'm assuming Ankita was our way to leave the station, and that's... We'll never see her again, which is horrible. So I think this is where we're gonna end this episode. This one was brutal. This game is rough. I can't wait to play the second one. I'm gonna miss the first, though. I'm gonna have to come back and play this again. Alright. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give me a like or a subscribe. That would be tight. I'm trying to grow the channel. Yeah. Thanks for hanging. Bye.